Hello everyone, welcome back to Sizzle and Serve with Ivan, and today I will show you another recipe that everyone can make at home. And on today's menu it will be dumpling. But before we start preparing the dumplings, you need to know what is this dish. So come with me and we'll try some authentic Chinese dumplings. Let's go! Okay guys, now we have arrived in Kuala Lumpur and we are going to try Karlong restaurant. They are open daily from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. and we are going to try their signature dumpling now. Let's go. Okay, now we are already seated in this beautiful restaurant here and I already got the menu and we'll order some dumplings. Here is the dumplings menu. And actually, other than dumplings, they also have other cuisines. It is mainly inspired from the northern part of Chinese. There's quite a lot of it if you are willing to try in this restaurant. Okay, so now we have ordered the dumplings, and while we are waiting for the dumplings, did you know that actually dumplings can be traced back to the early of Han Dynasty, when where they were called tender ears, which were created and named by a medical sage. The dumplings were created to help frostbite, as the people of that time believed that eating food resembling body parts could heal the affected areas, which explains the name tender ears, for ears that were frostbitten. Okay, so now we have ordered 4 different dumplings. Here are the pork and cabbage, pork and leeks, spicy pork dumplings, and pork and mushroom dumplings. So now let's try it. So now I will try the most traditional dumplings first, the pork and leeks dumpling. Hmm. The moment you bite into the dumpling, you can really taste the meat is very juicy and the skin is very tender. You can taste the traditional Chinese delicacy inside of the dumpling. Okay, now I will try the spicy one. The overall taste is quite the same. It has the same juiciness. The skin is the same, but it has a kick of spiciness to it, and it doesn't make you bored out when you eat the dumplings. Okay, so now after we try the traditional dumplings, we are going to go back to the kitchen and try to make our own version of dumplings. Let's go. So now after we try the authentic dumplings, we will try to recreate different dumplings from different cuisines. And here is the list of ingredients we have gathered for Chinese dumplings. Before we start cooking, we will need to gather some ingredients and tools. We have flour, egg white, water, salt, cornstarch, light soy sauce, sesame oil, and oyster sauce. The first step of making a dumpling is of course the wrap. You can buy the wrap from grocery store or make them yourself at home. This wrap that we will be making can be used for all the different types of dumpling we are making today. First, add flour, cornstarch, salt, and egg white into a bowl and mix. Then add water gradually by separating into 3 portions. And you want it to mix it until it's light and fluffy. Next, knead the dough until it's smooth and set it aside to rest. While resting, we can prepare the fillings. Chop the chives into small pieces and set aside. Beat the egg and cook it until it's no longer runny. And add in chives as well as oyster sauce, light soy sauce, and sesame oil. Now that the dough is ready, we can roll it out thinly and using a round cutter cut out a few circles. We will wrap the dumplings. Place about a spoon of filling in the center of the wrap, then add some water to the edges of the wrap to stick and encase the filling inside. You can do a simple wrap by using a fork and pressing down on the edges, or you can fold the edges to have a more traditional look. Add a pot of water to a boil and add in your dumplings and cook until they float to the top. Chinese dumplings are typically eaten together as a family during important events, as it brings good fortune and encompasses dining together, which can help bring people together, not just families. Now that the dumplings are done, you can plate them and enjoy with vinegar or even a chili sauce of your choice. Last up, if you want to have a crunch, this Japanese gyoza is the answer to your cravings. In a bowl, add minced chicken, spring onion, cabbage, onion, ginger, salt, pepper, oyster sauce, soy sauce, and sesame oil. Mix everything together and you got the perfect gyoza filling. Now, for the gyoza, we will use the dumpling skin that we have prepared. To make the gyoza, first, place the filling in the middle and wet the edges with some water. Now comes the tricky part. Bring one edge to the other and pinch in the center first, like so. Then make a small pleat on one side facing towards the center. Continue to make more pleats until the end and do the same for the other side. Now we are going to heat up the pan, then brush with some sesame oil in. Then arrange the wrapped gyoza closely together in the pan and add boiling water until it covers about half the height of the gyozas. Once the water in the pan has evaporated, add some sesame oil and cover again with the lid. Gyoza dumplings have a long history. Initially traced back to World War II, when Japanese soldiers in China were introduced to Chinese dumplings. Inspired by the Chinese dumpling, they tried to recreate it with their own unique flavors. Soon it evolved to become the modern-day gyoza, which is an important part of Japanese culture. And now, the gyoza is ready to be served. The bottom turns crispy and golden brown. Okay guys, this is my take on today's dumpling, the Chinese eggs and chive dumpling and Japanese chicken gyoza.
Enjoying it together with a simple mix of 1:1 ratio of soy sauce and vinegar would be highly recommended. The mildly salty and tangy flavor with a light acidity will complement the subtle taste of the gyoza.
This is Ivan from Sizzle and Serve. See you next time.